If you are looking for information on the Northwest Natural Street of Dreams for 2019, you have come to the right place. By the end of this video, you are going to feel like a Northwest Natural Street of Dreams mega expert. So let's get started. Okay, so I have got an extremely special guest with me. I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Rudy Kadlub. Say hi, Rudy.
How you doing?
Rudy has been the past chairman of the Northwest Natural Street of Dreams for the past 5 to 6 years. He is the CEO of Coastal Pacific Communities. He is a world-renowned developer, and I am not joking when I say that. Two of his projects between, when was Orenco Station developed? In the mid-90s, late 90s?
Late 90s to, early 2000s,
okay.
Yep.
So Orenco Station and another big project that he worked on, Villebois, were both named Master Plan Community of the Year throughout the whole nation. That is every project. And the best part is I have the pleasure of calling him Dad.
There you go.
So as I've mentioned in the past, I grew up in the home building business, developer dad, here he is. And we're going to be talking today about the Northwest Natural Street of Dreams. As I mentioned, he has been on the board and a co-chair or the chair for the Street of Dreams for the past 5 to 6 years. So let's just ask him a few questions, see what information he has that might be important and valuable to you. And there you go. So let's start with the Street of Dreams and just the overall history of it. So kind of just go back to the beginning and give us a brief history.
Sure. Fun to be here with you today, Andy. But the Street of Dreams, the Northwest Natural Street of Dreams, I think is actually our 43rd year this year.
Holy moly.
Consecutively holding this. In fact, the Street of Dreams was trademarked and started in Portland 43 years ago.
Are there Street of Dreams like all across the nation?
There are now a lot of home builders associations around the country have picked up on that format.
Yeah.
It's become
I bet it's awesome.
It's a common name now, and of course we distinguish ourselves because we've had a long run with our title sponsor, Northwest Natural Gas, has been our sponsor, and they continue to be, and probably will always into the future be our sponsor. So the Street of Dreams is the preeminent home show in the Northwest for a single site. Mm-hmm. It has, as I said, been going on for 43 years, and it's been spread out throughout the Metroplex from downtown Portland to the west side, the east side, and for the very first time here in Wilsonville, on the southern side of the Metroplex. Yeah, so we're excited about that.
Okay, is this a for-profit or non-profit event that the Home Builders puts on?
Well, the Home Builders Association is a non-profit association, it's a trade association.
Okay.
Its main purpose is to try to promote affordable housing throughout the region. To fight off unwanted regulations that cause issues and drive costs of housing up. So we, as a nonprofit, we have to raise money, and the Street of Dreams, the Northwest Natural Street of Dreams, is this HBA's #1 fundraiser each year.
Okay,
so it's
awesome.
Very important for continuing on with the fight for quality and affordable housing in the region.
How'd you choose this year's location?
Well, each year we try to reach out 2 or 3 years because it's difficult to work out the timing on a development like this. As you know, in the region, Metro requires communities that come into the urban growth boundary to be at higher densities these days as it relates to our state land use laws. Yeah. So to find places that have a minimum of square footage of 10,000 square foot lots, mm-hmm. That's a first criteria. The other criteria is it needs to be in a location that will support the pricing from a market standpoint.
Yeah. And we're talking like $1 million plus typically.
Well, yeah, this year the range will probably be $1.25 to $1.75 million for the homes. So the community that the Street of Dreams is held in will need to be able to support those kinds of values. Right. So that's another issue. The other is it needs to be a fairly convenient location. It needs to have ample parking. And so we go out every spring, and of course we're always looking into the future, but every spring we will look at all of our options and then try to determine the best based on the criteria I just laid out for you.
Okay.
And this year, Stafford Meadows, which is being developed by West Hills Development, was chosen for this coming summer's location.
Okay, awesome. What do you think makes that location special?
Well, I think Wilsonville is a special place.
I would agree with that.
As you know, we've been in Wilsonville for 2 decades practically.
Mm-hmm.
We started the planning of Villebois back in 2002, and we've watched Wilsonville grow and grow, in a very exciting way. I mean, it's the city elected officials and the staff at the city of Wilsonville has really worked towards quality development, held the line with developers and builders to do some things that are really special. We've added some wonderful retail. We have tremendous number of jobs. And of course, that was one of the main drivers of Villebois initially, was we had a jobs housing imbalance in Wilsonville, more jobs than we had houses to support the people who worked here. So it's been the goal. So we're very excited to be in a progressive city like Wilsonville. And also, like I said, we haven't really been this far south in the metro region with the Northwest Natural Street of Dreams. So Wilsonville's a special place. We think that Stafford Meadows is a very convenient location, located near the high school and junior high school.
Yep.
Great
school system.
Walking distance to a number of jobs in the high tech sector nearby. So it's a great location. It's also a very flat site, which makes for the development of the community, ease of enjoying the Northwest Natural Street of Dreams. We've had in the past, of course, in Portland, there's a lot of topography. So oftentimes we've had a Street of Dreams where people have had to walk up and down hilly streets to get from house to house. This year it'll be very easy to get around because it's pretty flat.
Yeah,
that's
awesome.
A good thing. Yeah.
Do you have a general idea of what prices will range from? I know you threw something out a minute ago. Is that going to be the price range?
Yeah, I think in the low 1 millions to the upper 1 millions. I don't know that we'll see anything in $2 million or so this year, as we have in some previous shows. But this one, I think the appropriate pricing will be in the 1.3 to 1.7. Now, a couple of them are pre-sold, so we don't really know the exact price what those will be, as they're custom homes that will only be estimated because of the privacy of the buyer. Yeah. But right now we will have 5 homes. We're working on the potential of a 6th or a 7th. The developer, West Hills Development Northwest, has already got the plat recorded on the site. The construction is well underway. Builders who are interested could submit their plans right now for permitting. This is about the earliest we've had the site ready to go in 5 or 6 years that I've been working closely with the Street of Dreams. So it's very exciting to have a little more time and not that killer pressure to build a luxury home in 4 months. So this gives the guys a little more time to do that.
Not the easiest thing to do. So that leads me to my next question then is what month does it typically happen? Is there a date set?
Yes, there is a date set, and you can get the exact dates. I think you'll post those later on. But generally, it's this month of August. Okay. So it may start like the last weekend in July, but it always ends before Labor Day. So it's usually, if the dates were to fall exactly, it would be August 1 to August 31.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a link. I'm going to put it down below in the comments. So we will give you all of the information that you need regarding the Northwest Natural Street of Dreams. We're going to give you dates and where you can get tickets and just anything that you'll need to do the research. What are some of the builders that are going to be participating in this year's event?
Excellent question. BC Custom Homes, who has built in the last several Street of Dreams. Renaissance Homes, who is a former Street of Dreams builder. Also, West Hills Homes Northwest will have a home. Okay. And Everett Custom Homes will be a builder. We are looking at 2 or 3 others potentially still that haven't pulled the trigger, but we'll definitely have 5 homes and hopefully 6 or 7.
Okay, some great builders on that list, really high quality, great builders.
Yeah.
One last final question is, as far if somebody were interested in just buying a lot in that neighborhood, would they be able to do that?
They would. I would have them call Andy Green at Green Group Real Estate, and he probably
What?
could hook you up with a lot and the builder
Uh-huh.
to do that. So there won't you if you were to want to be in the Street of Dreams, you would have to act here pretty quickly.
Hmm.
At the end of the Street of Dreams, or during between now and when the Street of Dreams is over, if you weren't buying a lot to be in the street, you certainly can buy a lot and start construction
Sure.
after the street
Right.
ends. We wouldn't want other construction going on during that time frame, but certainly to be a part of that neighborhood would be great. The other thing I might mention too, Andy, we mentioned the purpose of the Home Builders Association, but each year we have a charity fundraiser, kind of an opening night, special night that raises funds, and our preferred charity is the Home Builders Foundation.
Shocker.
And the foundation is something we started, or I started, I guess, 22 years ago.
Yeah.
And the purpose of the foundation is to build housing for transitionally homeless, and we've added over 500 beds to the region.
That's so awesome.
In the last 20 some years. So it's really a worthy charity.
Yeah.
So it's, as you know, we have a growing homeless situation here in the region. So
It is a topic.
so the foundation is important. This year also we will, in addition to the other events that we have a Realtors Day that you've been doing, I'm sure,
Yeah.
before. There's a Veterans Day. There's a number of events, music and other kinds of events that go on during the event itself. One of the things we'll be doing before the street starts, so we reached out to a number of local high schools who have construction programs, and in May we'll be having a tour. So construction students can walk through houses that are under construction and really see behind the walls what's going on there.
Awesome.
So we try to add a little bit of education to it too.
Yeah. Well, I'm really glad that you mentioned the Home Builders Foundation, because out of all of the awards, and you've won a lot of awards, not only for the neighborhoods that you built, but the homes that you built. At one point, you were the most awarded home builder in the Northwest, were you not?
One time I would say who still are. Who's passed
I
me up?
know. I don't know. The bottom line is the guy has won a lot of awards. He's meticulous in how he goes about designing and building. He puts together an exceptional team. Just really, really good work. Where I was going with that is I think the thing that I'm most proud of you about is the Home Builders Foundation and the impact that you've made, and your commitment after 22 years. It is truly phenomenal. I've been to the foundation gala, many, many times. And to truly dive into that and see the impact that you've made, it's awesome. So
You bet.
So good job.
Well, great. So if you want to attend again this year, April 15th will be the gala, and
Okay.
it's a great fundraiser. We've had a lot of great people. I remember those first 9 years that I led that foundation. It was a struggle to get it going, but we found our purpose, and
Found your groove.
we've had a great group of leaders since then, and great volunteers. We've got a great executive staff. Brenda Kita is our executive director. They do a great job in providing housing throughout the region. So,
Yeah. Well, I'll make sure to also include a link to the Home Builders Foundation down below. So if somebody were interested in finding out more information or getting involved, they could do it that way. Let's wrap this up. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure and give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We really work hard on posting valuable content each and every week. So if you want that to go directly into your inbox, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and there's a little bell. Ding that bell right next to it. That way you'll be notified. So thank you so much, Rudy, for coming out and talking to us, talking about the Street of Dreams, the Home Builders Foundation. Appreciate your time, and it was great to see you.
happy to do it.